everyone, welcome back. In this video we'll be talking about function app. So coming to the definition of the function app, it's a cloud-based service that allows developers to create, deploy and manage serverless functions in various programming languages. So it provides a platform for building event-driven serverless applications that can scale quickly and efficiently. So there is a definition from the docs, and I've already created a function app. So let me show you how this is done. So click create. So initially I have to just search for function app, and you can just click the function app, and you can see all the function apps that has been created. And to create a new, just click create and make sure that you select the appropriate subscription. In this case we have Azure subscription 1. And coming to the resource group, I'll be using a function app. So if you don't have any resource group, make sure you create new, just add the name. So once that is done, let's go and add a function app name. In this case I'll be adding MRT1. So make sure the name is unique. So let's say if I just remove 1, so there will be an error. You can see the name MRT app is not available. So make sure that the name is unique. And coming to the publish, let's add code, and coming to runtime stack, let's add .NET and just leave it as a default. So basically a runtime stack is a function app refers to underlying technology used to execute the code for a specific function. So it includes the programming language, frameworks and libraries required to run that function. So let's leave it as default. And coming to the plans, we have 3 different plans here. So if you click the plans, you have consumption, function premium and app service plan. Coming to the first one, the plan is the best suited for the applications with unpredictable traffic. So with the consumption plan, the application only runs when it receives a request, and developers are charged only for the time the function is running. So that is the first plan. So in this case we'll be going ahead with the first one, but let's discuss about the other 2 plans as well. So coming to the premium plan, it is designed for the applications that requires consistent and high performance computing. So the plan provides dedicated compute resources, enabling faster execution time and larger memory allocation. So coming to the last one, which is app service plan, it is dedicated infrastructure for the application, offering more control and customization options. So the dedicated plan is ideal for the application that requires high scale or advanced networking capabilities. So when you select this, you can see you have other options as well. So we'll be not selecting it, so we'll be going it with the serverless, and let's review and create. So that's it, nothing to do from your side. So everything will be created by default. So and enable this public access, since we'll be accessing the URL in just few seconds. So coming to the monitoring, let's keep it as no, deployment disable, and just review and create it. So that is how I have created the first app. So let me go back. So this is the app that has been created. So let's click that. So here you can see that there is some traffic. So I'll show you how this is done. Like I have created one function and just tested it before creating this video. So let's go to this app keys initially. So while it's taking some time, yeah, done. So you can see there are 2 different types of keys, host keys and system keys. So what is the difference between these 2? So coming to the first one, which is host keys, is used to authenticate requests that originate from outside the function app. So these keys are shared across all the functions in the app and can be used to manage and monitor the entire function app. Host keys are typically used by administrators and developers who need access to this entire function app rather than individual functions. So that is what the host keys are. On the other hand, if we talk about the system keys, so system keys are used to authenticate requests that originate from within the functions app. So these keys are specific to each function and can only be used to manage and monitor that particular function. So system keys are typically used by the developers who need to manage and monitor the individual functions within the function app. So that is what the difference between these 2. And here under host keys, you can see there is 2 different keys, master as well as default. So coming to the first one, which is a master key, it's a highly privileged key that can be used to manage and monitor all the functions within the function app. So this key can be used to perform administrative tasks such as adding or removing the functions, updating settings and accessing logs. So the master key should be kept secure and not shared with unauthorized users. On the other hand, if we talk about the default, so the default key is a less privileged key that can be used to authenticate requests that originate from outside the function app. The key can be used by the developers to test and debug the functions, or by external services to call the function. So that is what the difference between these two. And let's go to the functions here. So I have created one function. So to create this function, let's click create, and you can see I just selected the first one, which is HTTP trigger, a function that will run whenever it receives HTTP request, responding based on the data in the body of the query. So I'll be using this. And developing environment, it's right now in the develop in the portal. You can choose accordingly, like if you want any other medium, you can just select it, but in this case I'll be going ahead with develop in the portal, and select the first option and just click create. So this is how you can create it. So let's cancel it, and let me show you the one that has been created. So once you create it, this is the function that is visible to you. So here, if you see here, coming to the function keys, there is a default key used here. So you can see the default key. So if you check here, you can see there is some VDR like XYZ. So this is the default key. And if you go and check the overview, you can get the URL of this particular function. So let's wait for that. Yeah. So here you can see in the code, we have that particular key. So using that key, we will be able to access that. And you can see here default, so accordingly you can select it. So in this case, I'll just select this key, and let's search for that. So you can see this HTTP triggered function executed successfully. Pass a name in the query string or in the request body for a personalized response. So well, it's working. So that's the reason, like this is what it's showing, the the traffic for this function. So that is what it is. So just wanted to show you how this function app works. So coming to this video, I hope you guys have understood the concept of today's video. If you have liked the video, please click the like button below, and if you want to subscribe to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel, and please share the video. Thanks everyone.